Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today. Starting with the Chicago White Sox versus the Minnesota Twins. White Sox opening up as road favorites at -115. Minnesota -105 with the over-under at 7.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 4-6. The Twins 6-3. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 1.59. Pitching for the Twins is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 1.80. Cease, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. White Sox 1-3 in their last 4, coming off a Pitt loss. Minnesota coming off a Houston loss. Pretty even matchup here, pretty even pitching matchup as well. Minnesota is 8-4 at home against the White Sox here. And yeah, I think Twins are a good underdog today, and I'll take a shot with the Twins +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -155. The Yankees +130 with the over-under at 7.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 6-3. The Guardians 6-4. Pitching for the Yankees is Domingo German with an ERA of 7.71. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 2.25. Yerman, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Bieber, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. The Yankees on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Baltimore wins. Cleveland coming off a Seattle win. The Yankees 9-3 on the road against Cleveland. 8-3 straight up against Cleveland. They've been very good head-to-head against Cleveland, and I think they're another good underdog today on the road, and I'm going to take a shot with the Yankees +1.5. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Astros opening up as road favorites at -180. Pittsburgh +160 with the over-under at 8. Astros coming into this matchup 4-6. The Pirates 6-3. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez with an ERA of 1.50. Pitching for the Pirates is Roansy Contreras with an ERA of 1.59. Valdez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Contreras, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Houston coming off a Minnesota win. Pitt coming off a White Sox win. Houston just 4-11 on the road against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh playing well so far this season. I mean, they've been very good. Houston, it's definitely been a struggle for Houston. And their last 2 series, they've only won 1 game in each of those series, and it's been rough for them. And yeah, I think Pirates are a pretty solid team, underdog today, and I'm going to take a shot with the Pirates +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at -180. Oakland +150 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 2-7. Baltimore 4-5. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 5.79. Pitching for the Orioles is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.50. Sears, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 4-game losing streak, Oakland on a 4-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back 11-0 losses against Tampa Bay. Rough series for Oakland. They got destroyed against Tampa Bay. Baltimore on a 2-game losing streak right now. Oakland 1-9 on the road. Not a very good road team here. And just from what I saw from the Tampa Bay series, not in love with Oakland. And I'm going to roll with the Orioles at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay opening up as home favorites at -160. Boston +135 with the over-under at 8.5. Boston coming into this matchup 5-4. Tampa Bay 9-0. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for the Rays is Josh Fleming with an ERA of 15. Nick Pivetta, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Fleming, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Boston on a 3-game winning streak, coming off a night Detroit series. And then Tampa 9-0, coming off a nice Oakland shutout. Back-to-back 11-0 games. And yeah, Tampa Bay just keeps on winning. 6-0 at home. They're 5-0 at home against Boston. And yeah, we're riding the win streak out and rolling with Tampa Bay at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Miami opening up as road favorites at -115. The Phillies -105 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 1.84. Pitching for the Phillies is Matt Strom with an ERA of 0. Marlins coming into this matchup 4-6. The Phillies 3-6. Alcantara, his last start, he pitched 9 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Strom, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Miami, coming off a Mets win. Philly coming off a Cincinnati loss. Yeah, I really like Sandy on the mound for the Marlins. I mean, he definitely had a great debut. And, yeah, I think I'm going to roll with the Marlins on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -130. The Padres +120 with the over-under at 7.5. Padres coming into this matchup 6-4. The Mets 5-5. Pitching for the Padres is Yu Darvish with an ERA of 1.80. Pitching for the Mets is Max Scherzer with an ERA of 6.35. Darvish, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Scherzer, he's already pitched twice this season, gave up 5 runs in his last start and then 3 in his first start. Padres on a 3-game winning streak. Coming off a nice 3-game winning streak against the Braves, which is definitely tough to do. Mets coming off a Miami loss. Padres 6-2 against the Mets, 5-2 on the road against the Mets here. And Darvish looked good in his debut here. I think they're a good underdog today, and I'm gonna roll with the Padres +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -200. The Reds +165 with the over-under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 4-4. The Braves 6-4. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 1.29. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 0. Ashcraft, his last start on the mound, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Elder, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Reds coming off a Phillies win. Yeah, Braves coming off a 3-game losing streak against the Padres. Definitely a tough losing streak there for them. Cincinnati 1-8 on the road. Not a very good road team here, and I think it's a good spot for the Braves to bounce back after last series, and I'm going to roll with the Braves at home. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Chicago Cubs. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -165. Chicago +140 with the over-under at 8. Seattle coming into this matchup 4-6. The Cubs 4-4. Pitching for the Mariners is Luis Castillo with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 11.57. Castillo, his last start, both starts this season, has not allowed a run. Smyly, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a Cleveland loss. Cubs coming off a Texas loss. Yeah, Seattle, they've struggled against the Cubs. They're 0-5 against the Cubs, 1-6 on the road against the Cubs here, but man, I really like Castillo on the mound. He's been really great in his first 2 starts, and yeah, Smiley didn't look that great in his debut here. Definitely a winnable game for Seattle on the road here, and I think I'm going to roll with the Mariners on the road despite the stats. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -175. Kansas City +150 with the over-under at 9. Royals coming into this matchup 3-7. The Rangers 5-4. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 2.38. Pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA of 23.62. Greinke, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Heaney, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Kansas City coming off a Giants loss. Rangers coming off a Chicago win. Kansas City just 2-8 against the Rangers. 1-8 on the road against the Rangers here. And yeah, no, I know Heaney had a bad start on the mound here, but Royals just have been very bad against the Rangers, and I think I'm going to roll with the Rangers at home. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Colorado Rockies. Cardinals opening up as road favorites at -145. Colorado +125 with the over-under at 11. Cardinals coming into this matchup 3-6. The Rockies 4-6. Pitching for the Cardinals is Steven Matz with an ERA of 6.75. Pitching for the Rockies is Yerman Marquez with an ERA of 4.75. Matz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Marquez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. St. Louis, but a real struggle for St. Louis. They are 1-5 in their last 6 right now. Rockies coming off a Washington win. They haven't played that much better. Yeah, St. Louis 1-4 on the road against Colorado here, and yeah, I'm honestly not in love with the Cardinals. I just haven't looked that good so far to start the season off, and I think I'll take a shot with the Rockies +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -260. Washington +210 with the over-under at 9.5. Washington coming into this matchup 3-7. The Angels 5-4. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 8. Pitching for the Angels is Jose Suarez with an ERA of 12.46. Nationals. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Washington coming off a Colorado loss. LA coming off a tough Toronto loss. Washington 2-6 on the road against LA. 4-9 straight up against the Angels here. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with the Angels at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -140. Milwaukee +125 with the over-under at 8.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 7-2. Arizona 6-4. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 0. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 7.59. Miley, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Brewers coming off a St. Louis win. They're playing great. They are 7-1 in their last 8. I mean, playing great baseball. Arizona coming off a 3-game Dodgers winning streak. They look pretty good in that series. Yeah, both teams coming into this pretty hot here, but I think Brewers are a good underdog on the road, and I'll take Brewers +1.5 in this one. And then the last matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the San Francisco Giants. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -150. The Giants +130 with the over-under at 7.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 5-5. The Giants 4-5. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 1.50. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 6.55. Urias, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Yeah, Dodgers on a 3-game losing streak, kind of some just bad losses against Arizona. Giants coming off a Kansas City win. LA, though, they are 5-0 against the Giants, 7-0 on the road against the Giants. And, yeah, I like the fact that they've been pretty dominant head-to-head here. And I like Urias on the mound. I think they can definitely bounce back today. And I'm going to roll with the Dodgers on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.